Let's go back to the start. Where did the idea come from and how that came about?
Yeah. So originally it kind of came together through Jay, who I was talking about before. He kind of had this prototype where you're kind of this dude, you kind of had a base kind of going, and then you had like dungeon crawling. It was basically just gluing that kind of idea together, like a kind of base builder and dungeon crawler. Really rough, and had a little colony and stuff. And I thought, yeah, really like it, but like, what can we do to actually turn this into something more themed, turn it into like an actual game? So yeah, it was just a long iteration process of trying out ideas. Like we tried out a bunch of ideas. One, which was this hell idea, which we went through a lot of different main characters as well. I like this guy because he was kind of based off our logo. The little massive monster, but you're kind of like this demon and you're starting your own hell. So we thought, maybe you go out and you kind of, you find people to bring back your hell, and then you have to like punish them. But punishing, you had all these little fellas, but like punishing them felt kind of mean. And we're like, because like everything ended up a little cute, and like, not that we're trying to do it, but everything just does anyway when we do it. So we thought, we want to look after them, but I was trying out a lot of different styles as well, trying more like limited color palette and, just to make a distinct art style, and trying out this kind of weird 3D environment, which I think, again, it kind of comes back from the unicycle draft thing, playing around with perspective, and you're like, oh, it all moves, I don't have to do anything, it's great, so. Yeah.
Did many people get to see this version of the game at the time?
No one. Yeah, didn't show it to anyone. So yeah. Back in the day, always kind of interested in games. Kind of my granddad would randomly always buy us like little Sega games that I think he would just buy them off some guy in the pub, and he would always have this like a plastic bag full of them. So like, yeah, we get to like play latest games, and whenever we went over to his place, checking them out. So yeah, always kind of been interested in them, and thought, what are these kind of weird things, and yeah, probably got a bit addicted to them in my teenage years, but never really thought about like game development that much. I was just playing them. And I think one day I kind of noticed one of these games I was playing, there was like the source files, and I could kind of like see them all, and if I change a sprite, it would kind of look different in game, and I'd be like, oh my God. So I think that's kind of when I started being like, oh, maybe, maybe I can make games. And yeah, maybe the I said, I was making these weird Flash games. It was kind of working out well, but then, Flash games are dying, and I'm like, is this something where I can actually turn it into a career or whatever? And, I saw a lot of game kind of universities and stuff around, and the way they kind of marketed themselves, I feel like it wasn't really for me, because they're like, oh, do you want to be a gamer and kind of earn money? So I was like, I don't know. So, I like doing art though, so I was like, maybe I'll do a design degree. And I started doing a design degree, and I think I really like that process of design, because it's all about kind of you communicate kind of ideas and stuff like that. So I think kind of all that kind of university practice has helped my game stuff like a lot, just because it's like it's putting it in a different context. And if you kind of learn how to do something the same way everyone else does, then you might kind of make similar things maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think it helped me. You had to do the deadlines. So, put that professionalness into me a little bit, although most of them were late. So, I don't know.